Most men are deeply unattractive because of Mother Nature and something called the Great Scam. The Great Scam was the day that the male of the species convinced the female of the species that it no longer needed to prove itself worthy in order to reproduce and have babies, but the fact that the men are ugly says otherwise.
You know, 2025 Earth is not a real place. Because I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe the audacity that someone like that could be saying those words.
If you was in a relationship and you're in a person cheating on the side, you know, for a couple years, and y'all two end up being in a relationship and having kids, but they go through one of your old phones and see messages from like 2022, 2023, 24. Is
that was last year. Hold on.
Is that
Hold on.
Who is this?
Let me. What
When did you go through his old phones?
A couple months ago.
You've been together for 3 years officially.
Officially.
He said the dates was 22,
No.
23, 24.
He one of them that be like, oh, it was old. That it was while I was pregnant in 2024. Then was talking to somebody. No, he was not physically having with these bitches, but he was still talking to
Give
him.
me an example of a text message you saw.
So y'all was up here talking about early how a person say something to you and they run around saying it to everybody else. It's a statement that he always used to make, like, oh, it's to us part. I didn't see him say this about 2-3 other bitches.
Okay. Hold on, time out.
Okay.
Hold on, time out.
Okay.
Let me speak to this dude real quick. What's up, bro? What do you mean when you tell a woman to death do us part?
That mean you ain't going nowhere.
And if I heard correctly, these messages happened while you were pregnant with twins, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now what do we think?
She was like 2 weeks or something, Brian. That's man. Count.
All right, now hold on.
I just I was dragging it.
I think that sometimes it's not that these men lie to us, is that if we love them enough, we lie to ourselves. Because you came up here and you explained a whole story and timeline when he came up here and said you was his side chick. Listen to what this man is telling you about the nature of the relationship. He is the one who is leading you astray in the situation. When you let a man lead, make sure he's not leading you into a wall. And it looks like you're about to get drove into a wall even further because you're not listening to what he's telling you. You're listening to what you want it to actually be. This man said, to us part means that she ain't going nowhere. This man said, this was my side chick. She got promoted to the main role. Listen to what he's telling you, not what you want to tell yourself in the situation, because what he's saying is extremely more telling than the things that you are telling yourself.
Professional, and I make a significant amount more money than my man. I always have an issue because I want to do things on the spur of the moment. Let's go on a trip. Let's go on vacation. And he'll be like, no, babe, we're going to have to wait. You know, I got to save up. Why is it an issue?
Never date a man that makes significantly less than you. Exactly. Look, I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. Basically what she's saying is a man is broke. Okay. Let me tell you this. Have y'all ever dated a broke man? He's mean. He's frustrated. He's nagging. He tries to dim your light, okay? You deserve somebody that is semi-equally yoked. And I mean, when you break down the tax dollars and you do the tax deduction, that y'all can afford the same, okay? Let him go. Be with somebody who will make him feel like a king, and you go find a that could afford your lifestyle.
Hold on.
And by the way, guys, I've said this many times. You guys know. This is what I think is the issue with tonight's conversation is once in a while you have someone like Kitty there in the bottom left who will serve some coffee, right? She'll share more times than not gems that can help somebody whose end goal is a healthy relationship, mostly marriage. However, the majority of people out there are just like out of their minds. And that's the problem when it comes to finding somebody who aligns with your end goal, because you can agree with some of what most people say. You agree, say, okay, I agree with you there. I agree with you there. But when people usually start deviating off and you realize that they just don't think the way you do when it comes to foundational values, it typically is because they, number one, have a different goal than you, or they define marriage differently, right? They're looking for partnerships and they think that they are a man. And in this situation, they are looking for something that just does not exist for them.
I think that the reason why this man makes it an issue is because he only sees provision as monetary. When you deal with a man that understands that provision extends far beyond just what I can do for you financially, then even if he's down financially, he knows that he can pour into you love. He knows that he can pour into you safety. He knows that he can teach you some things. He knows that he can pour into you. He knows that he can stand 10 toes down on his morals and his values. He knows that he can be faithful. He knows that he can be committed. He knows he can be a good father. He knows he can be a community leader. Sometimes it's not about what he can do for you financially. It's about what he can provide in every other area.
Man, these women don't care about that.
Drink the coffee. It'll make you feel better.
How would you view a relationship where a man provides everything financially, but uses that as justification to dismiss your feelings?
Sounds like, to me, some narcissistic behaviors, baby girl. But it also sounds like a woman who agreed to it, so you can't come up here and I say this with love and play victim. So my question to you would be, baby girl, do you want your bills being paid so that he's buying, your freedom? Or are you saying that real wealth is that I can speak and stand in my power and move the way I move, and I'll just have to go out there and figure out how to pay my own bills and find a man who will honor me?
That's what my mama said. Girl, get you a friend on the side. He
got you a little friend.
I got me a little friend.
Are y'all together?
No. My little friend actually blew up the operation.
Your little friends made itself known?
He wanted me out this situation or whatever, but dude, you ain't gonna pay my bills. I mean, now I'm looking at you like, okay, now I need help. You done blew it up. So
Wait, hold on. Okay. Because now you're saying you found another person to come in and play savior. That's you just creating the same codependency.
I just listened to my mom.
How much are the bills?
$6,000 a month. He took me to Gucci, bought me a few belts, bought me this, and I'm like, okay, but
my God, baby.
Kitty, what's up?
You so easy to exploit.
yes, kidnappable.
Both of them are problematic because he is psychological, but she's easy to exploit. You are too vulnerable. And the simple fact that a man can flex his finances and his wallet and that'll make you pop.
I don't think it's that. I think it was the stability. I got 2 kids. I'm down here by myself.
You just made it worse, baby. How is it that you have not created your own stability because you are a mother and you are allowing yourself to stay in this psychological situation? That means that you are not going to be able to show up as a mother the way that your children need you to show up. You have a void. You should have created stability to begin with. One thing that the word said is, he makes me as sure-footed as a deer, enabling me to stand on mountain heights. That means that God, he gives you the agility, balance, and stability to go in the most dangerous places, on the most uneven terrain. God gives you the stability. You are relying on a man to stabilize your life when our Creator is the one that gives you stability. Like I said, you are allowing a man, you are trying to use that man to fill a void. It's not just that man who's using you. You are using that man as well. Why don't you go to the Creator instead of the creation, and you'll probably be able to change the situation that you are in. You are a mother and you are too pretty, but them wounds are taken away from that. Right. Why are you allowing yourself to stay in situations? If this man is showing you who he is and he is showing you that he does not value you for a moment, value yourself. And if you can't value yourself, there is a God who values us more than the men do.
This is just a friendly reminder. There is no such thing as a woman's soft side being activated because now you're paying all her bills. Being soft and feminine is a woman's most natural and most powerful state. It's not a subscription that you must pay for in order to experience it. I know they've worked overtime marketing this to us men, but I'm here to tell you that don't work. The only thing that can make a woman submissive is if she actually wants to be there for you. Simple and plain. There's no amount of money. There's no amount of looks. There's no amount of clout. There's no amount of anything. It's just her sole decision. And don't allow them to trick you and make you believe that they're in survival mode. That's why they're so aggressive or disrespectful towards you. That's cap. It doesn't cost anything for someone to be a decent person to you, especially while being in a relationship when you actually think about it. That's her obligation, because why are you in a relationship if you don't plan on being a pleasant person to be around? But even with all that I just said, I know you ain't gonna listen to what I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep the change.
And you know, these modern women, they continue to talk about how men are ugly and men are chopped. And I don't understand where they're getting the audacity. I don't understand where modern women are getting the boldness and the courageous, the courage to speak out and say, these guys are terrible looking. I mean, have you looked at yourself? Some of y'all are in the same boat, gang. They're sending out the wrong messengers. Who do you think that you are? Stop talking. Stop talking. Nobody wants to hear you. These modern women be talking about how men need to be tall and they're too short, and they be overweight. They be extremely overweight. Oh, I can't. There was a woman on, I think, the Whatever podcast, sitting there talking about, I like my men to be fit. And the woman was overweight. What are you doing?
I have a guy best friend that I do everything with. I never asked him to be in a relationship with me, but I did tell him that in order for us to be, that I would need some sort of commitment.
Whose choice was it for y'all to have a friendship?
It was mine. His nickname for me is Pretty. So I know that he likes me, but I enjoy the friendship. I enjoy going out to eat.
I'm frustrated. I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm frustrated. Like, come on. You said you know he likes you.
At least he wants to have I know that much.
Okay.
Have you been dating other people in this time?
Yes, and I talked to him about that. We're not having sex. I'm having sex with somebody else.
Wait.
I'm so frustrated. Bro, what is happening? I gotta talk to you about your relationship problems. I gotta be there to vent to. I'm shopping with you. We going out. We eating. I'm paying for the meals. It ain't like she put her credit card down and she somebody else. That's just crazy to me. Be honest. Don't lie. Is the other you and your boyfriend?
I don't have a boyfriend.
Exactly.
But he gotta be your boyfriend.
Oh my God.
So what's the issue? Why are you not entertaining going to that level? You're not attracted to him whatsoever?
I mean,
you don't like him.
No. I don't want to mess up the friendship because literally, like, he is the only man that I have around that I can depend on.
Okay, wait.
Can I please say something? Mess up the relationship.
This needs to be a conversation of 3 types of emotions: emotional maturity, emotional responsibility, and emotional integrity. Come on. It don't sound like you're practicing good emotional integrity to keep someone around that you know how they feel about you. And I'm going to reap all the benefits because I know he likes me. And I'm going to come and confide to him about all the men that I'm sleeping with and what I'm doing. You have to have some integrity in how you dealing with that man. Because it's kind of messed up. Shoe on the other foot. We don't like guys that do that. And it's not your emotional responsibility to cut things off, but you have to have the emotional integrity and maturity to say, I don't need to stay friends with this person in this space. You started off by saying, this is my best friend, baby. This is not what friendship is made of. This is some we sit here listening like, girl, this is painful to hear on his behalf. He at home crying right now.
No, don't post this. Do not post this.
Ladies,
Even on the day of giving thanks, boy, these think pieces do not stop. Viewer discretion is advised.
if you decided to go 50-50 with a man and now you guys are happily married or engaged and you're paying 50% of the bills, he's paying the other 50, but somehow you found yourself in the kitchen this holiday doing 100% of the cooking and cleaning, congratulations, babe, you've been scammed.
And scene. Fellas, if you go 50-50 with your woman and now you guys find yourself happily married or happily engaged, and at any point in time in your relationship, you find yourself doing 100% of any maintenance for the cars in a relationship, congratulations, you've been scammed. You know how stupid that sounds? Why can't women want to do things for their men? I know so many women that take pride in going in that kitchen and taking care of business, making sure everybody gets fed properly and that they enjoy the meal. It gives them some kind of joy. But you, on the other hand, say, oh, no, they must be scammed. How? Why? What is y'all issue with people that go 50-50? At some point in time, you're going to have to do 100% of something. At some point in your relationship, it's going to happen. And so just because she decided to get in the kitchen and take care of business and make a wonderful meal for her family, she's been scammed? The projections on some of you, I just don't understand it. If you are so happy, if you know that, oh, I'm not going 50-50 with nobody, I ain't got to deal with none of that, why can't you just do that in peace? Why can't you allow the people that do want to go 50-50 to do their own thing in peace? Why must you get out here and make such an ass of yourself for someone that claims to be so happy with the decision? You can't possibly be. You spend more time talking about other people's situations than your very own. That's how I know a lot of y'all are not really happy. But you know what? Fortunately for y'all, you ain't gotta listen to shit I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep it change.
It's just so minimal to me what he does for her. Every time, a birthday, flowers, dinners, a gift. Anniversary, flowers, dinners, gift. Like, it's the same over and over and over and over again.
Is it
and
your
I'm like,
marriage?
you deserve better. There's over 70 luxury resorts in the United States alone. Even if he just took you to one a year, it would take y'all a lifetime. Literally. You should not just be at home all the time when y'all doing big celebrations like this. Like, I feel like you're just accepting, yo. And this is what pisses me off so much about it, is that whenever she's talking about him and stuff that he does, it's always spectacular. But when she talks about stuff that he does for her, like, yes, it's nice, but it's not spectacular in comparison to what he does for himself. I'm like, girl, this man does not like you. He's with you.
They're
You're integrated
married.
into his life. Yeah, he may say he loves you, but he does not like you. Okay, for his birthday, this video getting a little long, so I'm gonna do part 2.
Yeah, he loves you, but he does not like you. And I don't know if I can process that. But anyways, is this your marriage? Is this your marriage? Do you know what conversation they're having? Do you know if she was the one who requested that? You don't know. How are you going to be more mad than her? She's probably happy with whatever she's getting, and you're over here being mad. I would have ended the friendship with you too. Because you chat too much. It's not your marriage. Shut the up and move on.
You want to know what it's like to be an avoidant man? The guy who's saying, I'm not ready for a relationship, or he's just giving you all the excuses. I want to tell you what it feels like in a man's body that prompts him to pushing things away and giving it foggy, blurry excuses like, I'm not ready to be in a relationship, even though you know there's something deeper. By the way, I'm Taylor Love. Explain the Man Brain. If you like that kind of stuff, hit the follow button. So being someone that's pushed away almost every woman that he's ever been in a relationship with, I can tell you there's this experience of heaviness, of suffocation, of I just need space that can lead to a man pushing away. And that feeling, you could say, comes from maybe enmeshment issues with his mom, could come from his perception of there being just too much responsibility in it, could come from him not being super clear on what his mission in life is, and therefore not being able to choose a woman who's in alignment with that mission because he doesn't have it yet. But deep down, there's this feeling of I need to have it all together before I involve someone else in my life. And I know it's nonsensical. I know it's not logical. I know it's impossible to have everything figured out. But what I'm sharing is the felt experience of the avoidant man, knowing logically that he's never going to have everything figured out, but having the feeling internally that he needs to get it figured out. And if he doesn't, he's going to have someone else dependent on him before he feels able to be dependent on himself. So the guy saying, I'm not ready to be in a relationship with you right now is saying, I don't know how to be in relationship with myself right now. Him saying, I just need to focus on work stuff is him saying, the stuff that I've got going on with work is overwhelming me. I feel anxiety and fear every single morning, and my inability to process and express my own emotions are making me feel clogged up and incapable of having anyone else's emotions in my field. Therefore, I'm going to push away the things that make life feel heavier and try to reach some magical state of stillness inside that hopefully will stay long enough for me to be able to hold a relationship, even though I know it never will. That sounded like a haiku or something. Follow for more.
I'm sorry.
All good, but I gotta go now. I remember how things went. I don't wanna repeat it, so take care of yourself.
Shit.
That's how you do it. I have no idea who that young man is, but I want you to know I'm proud of you. That's exactly how you handle an ex calling you back a year later after they hurt you. There's no sense or no reason why. One, you should give them a second chance, especially if they hurt you. You know your self-worth, you have self-respect, and more young men need to follow your lead. So again, I don't know you, but I'm proud of you. Follow this young man's lead and don't go back to a situation where they hurt you. That's how you do it.
Boyfriend with a fancy dinner, Popeyes, rice, and this, and he got an attitude because I bring him to Popeyes. And this is a fancy dinner. Why do we gotta go to Hibachi?
Because I like chicken.
You take me there though. This is what I could afford. Like Popeyes. This is fancy. You got rice. You got, like, I don't understand.
You got $8,000 on you.
That's $8,000 so that I could flip and make more money. I told you I was gonna give you some too. This is just, Popeyes is good. You a hood nigga. You should know this.
I love Popeyes.
So, but this is fancy too.
But next time, get hibachi.
No, we gonna do this.
Okay.
You know, I really keep on saying the same thing. These modern women, they don't want to do anything. If you're the only one cooking for the holidays, congratulations, you've been scammed. I mean, you know, even if we want to go that direction and go that, well, the holidays is so much work, and I understand it. I agree, especially if you the one cook it. You know, it is a lot of work if you're cooking for just your family, right? But if you have to cook for an extended family, like you're talking about, like I want to say 10, 15 people, that is a lot of work. That is a lot of work. So I do understand it. But the man, what people don't seem to understand is that, or modern women don't seem to understand, is the man has to do that all year round. He would have to do things for the holidays. He has to do things for special occasions. That means birthdays, anniversaries. Modern women don't understand when their birthday comes around, that's what they want from their man. That level of effort that they're putting in on the holidays, they want that on a regular Friday night date. They want that on a regular Friday night date. And they want that, well, we need to go out on a date every Friday. They want that level of effort, or at least half that level of effort. I'd say 75%, bare minimum, every Friday night of the month. You might be able to get out, and when they say we don't have to go to an expensive restaurant, we don't have to go to a restaurant, but that doesn't mean that the date doesn't need to be highly thought out and highly planned. I have to do it every single, no, anniversary or Valentine's Day, you're not gonna get away with it. Birthday, you're not gonna get away with that. You're gonna have to plan it out and do something highly curated for her. So, I mean, all I'm saying, and I'm not saying that your work and your feelings are invalid. I'm just saying y'all like to talk about yourselves as doing a lot of work, and y'all don't really understand the man is actually doing a lot of work as well. So, I mean, just think about that.
Like a good date, you don't need to take me, especially if you don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't need to take me to like Nobu. Like, let's get a $5 coffee first. Because what if I don't like you? What if you don't like me? And now you're like this, oh, it's funny.
You gonna make me cry.
You know what I mean? Or let's walk around the beach. Let's do something like a free museum or whatever.
Oh, date Chelsea, please.
But seriously, for both people, so nobody feels like they wasted their time.
Why am I dropping a bill?
Yeah,
and
that's
I
just,
might not even vibe.
Honestly,
or vice versa.
That's a little performative to me sometimes. I'm not saying everybody has that intention.
Now, if for some reason we have some type of history,
yeah,
or we've
met
different. A few times and we're now going on our first date.
Yeah, that's different.
Okay, it's situational.
What is the male equivalent of getting flowers on a date?
Nudes. Oh,
Well-
sorry. I shouldn't have answered that quickly. Nudes. Move on. Yeah, that's it. It really, but honestly, what man has ever received nudes and gone like, oh, now is not the time for that. That is the equivalent of flowers and a poem and a sunset where an eagle soars over. I don't think there is a female equivalent of how beautiful that is for us. There's a school of thought that says that men are either hungry or horny, or both. And that's really it. Either sleep with them or make them a sandwich. I mean, those are really two, we're pretty easy in that regard.
There's this guy, he's standing over there. He has like long hair, like red beard. He's a little short, but he's really sexy at the same time. I'm gonna go see if he is interested. Like, he's staring at me and I'm staring at him. You look good. What you working out?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
The fuck it looks like I'm in the gym working out. Give me a favor, I'm over here with my wife. Don't bother me, please?
I'm sorry.
Yo, shout for season, man.
What do you want me to say, though?
What?
Hey! What's the story? Yeah.
I have a girlfriend. You're gonna see this.
I have a husband. What is it?
He's a lucky man, though. He's a man.
No, be like Bryn, you're a lucky man.
Where's your accent from?
I was born over here, but I was raised in D.C.
Oh, yeah? What's his name?
His name's Bryn.
Bryn.
Yeah.
Hey, Bryn, you're a very lucky man. And your wife got soft lips.
So my daughter's father tells me today that for spring break, he's taking our daughter, we have one daughter together, to Disneyland for 5 days. And I guess it was going to be a surprise, or it's going to be a surprise, or was, whatever. So I'm like, awesome, you know, I'm going to go shopping, get her a couple outfits, you know, I'll get her a new bathing suit, da-da-da. I'm thinking about all these things, and then I'm thinking, wait, just her? Because she has 5 other siblings. So I had to ask him, you know, everybody else is invited too, right? And he looked at me like I was crazy and said, no, those aren't my kids. We were together for years. You were their stepfather. You're gonna take your daughter to Disneyland and not take her siblings? Do you know how upset that would make them? Not doing it. She's not going unless her siblings can go. Period.
This is a prime example of a mom that wants to control the dynamics of a situation that she created. Because when you have children from different men, different fathers, they don't have an obligation to the children that are not theirs. You do. And I understand the situation where some kids get to do some things that the other kids aren't going to do. Well, you're the mom, you're the link. So you could make the decision to even it out if you needed to. But honestly, I think that kids are smart and they can understand the dynamic that this one child's real father is going to go do this one thing with them. But that's something that the mom has to work through with her kids and with the actual father of those kids. And do you know how expensive Disney World is? I cannot imagine paying for 5 kids. It is not appropriate to demand this, and definitely not appropriate to say that your daughter can't go with her father to Disney World just because your other kids can't go. That is not fair, and that is not your call to make.
They told me not to make his lunch. Oh, okay. They told me not to fold his laundry. They told me not to pay for dates. Okay. Take me through there. Take me through there.
Listen, baby, I'm going to give an opinion that's going to probably be unpopular amongst y'all, okay? Because I know how y'all like to tussle. Do what works for the man that you're with. Sis did what worked for the man that she was with. For those of you who are new here, I'm a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for close to a decade. And something I can tell you as someone that has coached dozens of couples, probably coming up on 100 at this point. If you want to be a wife, you have to, one, want to be a wife. What does that mean? You have to want the marriage, not the wedding. Okay. Number 2, if you want to be a wife, you within yourself have to be satisfied with whom you are. If you are not satisfied with whom you are, that man that you're dealing with is not going to be satisfied with who you are. And number 3, if you want to be a wife, you have to cater to the man in the way that he receives it. Not every single man is going to want you to cook and clean. Because baby, some of them could probably cook and clean better than you. Some of them probably enjoy it more than you do. Not every man is going to want you to wash and fold his clothes. Why? Because maybe he likes to take his clothes to the dry cleaners. Not every single man is going to want to portray the exact resemblance of a traditional role. Now, if you have one that does, cool. Follow what sis says. Don't listen to what anyone says on the internet. But if it's not those things, you have to figure out what is it that he wants. And I'm only speaking to the women who have the desire to be married because, baby, I don't have time for the conversation about what women should do and don't be male-centered. First and foremost, if you want a husband, you have to center the man. Not men, but the man. More importantly, if you want a husband, you have to center yourself. And a lot of y'all don't know how to do that. Because either you get too caught up in one way or the other. You get caught up in the gender roles, like overly doing the gender roles, or you get caught up in not doing anything at all because you don't feel like you have to because he's not your husband and he will never be your husband because you do not know how to cater to his needs. But for those of you who want to first and foremost learn yourself and then learn how to cater to the man that you want, the link is in my bio. I have how to date sessions. I have one-on-one sessions. Let's work on that. If that's not really within your budget right now, sign up for the subscription. You can ask questions. We do live. You get discounts on my services and much more. Stay safe.
Am I the only one that's like this?
I would like to go out on a limb and say that she is the only one that's like this, but in today's day and age, there are a lot of weird people. Few discretion is advised.
When my husband is sick, he's been puking all night. Even if he has a cold, for some reason, the rage inside me is such a fiery rage. And I know there's nothing he can do about it to control it. But it just makes me so angry. It's so ridiculous that it makes me so angry.
In the words of the young people today, may this love never find me. Because it's one thing to think about your partner that way when they are sick, bedridden to some degree. But it's another thing to record a video and post it online for the world to see. And I'm a firm believer they only do that to validate what it is that they're saying or feeling. They get online, give these takes, and they know if they post it online, there is enough crazy people in the world that will possibly agree with them and validate the thing that they are saying or feeling. And in this case, this woman knew I can get at least 150 people to say, I know what you're talking about. And that alone is enough for her to feel good about this horrible take she just gave us. There should never ever be a reason why you feel rage when your partner is not at their best. Tell me you don't with him without telling me you don't with him. How can I look at my partner with the flu? 5 years ago we had COVID and think, oh my God, why? Why are you sick right now? Like, ugh. And I'll even take it a step further. You don't like when he's sick because he's no use to you. He can't go to work. He's not making any money. Honestly, he's not in the best shape to defend you. He's not in the shape to do anything. No yard work, no nothing. You got to do everything for him because he is sick. And you are put in the true position of selflessness. You got to put your best foot forward. You have to put 100% of the output. And the fact of the matter is there's no true reward at the end of it. Because you don't look at his health as a reward for you. I'm almost 100% sure you look at his health as just a benefit to him. You hate that fact. And in turn, you hate him. Now, I do wish he sees this video and he reevaluates. But I also understand there's only so much I can say to a man like that because he did choose you. And I'm almost 100% sure he was aware of the kind of person you were. And it's very unfortunate. But you know what? Fortunately for the both of y'all, you ain't got to listen to I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
And I'm looking at, I think Coach Nicole Austin, was essentially saying, because I think there was a woman that was, she got engaged. She was like, they told me not to make his lunch, and I did. They told me not to cook for him, and I did. Because there were women in that woman's ear talking about, don't do this for your man, don't do that for your man, and she did it. Right? She took care of her man, and now she's married. And essentially, what Coach Austin was saying was, just be whatever your man needs you to be, right? And that makes me think of an earlier clip where the man was saying, I have to come to a place where I'm ready to, if you think that I'm avoidant, I have to come to a place where I'm ready to be in a relationship with you because I have work going on. It's overwhelming me. I have this, I have whatever it is. It's happening and I'm overwhelmed by it. It's in those times that modern women need to get better at stepping up and helping their man out. How can you help your man out? Well, I don't cook or clean. Okay. What do? Well, I'm really good at math and, he needed something done. So I helped him with the numbers. That would be huge, right? Obviously, you don't continue to do his work for him, but if he needs a little boost, help him out, right? If he starts to feel like he's not enough and he's proven himself a good man to you, why not help him out and say, no, I can do that for you. I can help you out right here. Here, this is all you got. It's all you got. Let me show you. That's the least that you can do. That's the bare minimum. But modern women don't even think that way. So they don't do anything.
Yeah, I would take a look at a profile like this. If we were still doing the pop the balloons, I'd be like, yo, no, stay away. You put cheeks on the internet and you got the serpent tattoos behind it. No.
I keep seeing this discourse on TikTok about single moms and dating single moms and who doesn't want to date single moms and, oh, you're not worthy and all this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. As a former single mom of 2 kids with 2 baby daddies, I have the room to say what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Every time you have another kid by another man or multiple kids by multiple men, your dating pool of men that will take you serious and want to date you to marry you and see you as a wifey prospect and see you as somebody they want to build their life with and take serious gets smaller.
It does.
And that's just bottom line, period, end of story, end of discussion, no argument. And that's so hard.
What's interesting is that what doesn't decrease at the same rate is the amount of dudes that are willing to go deep inside you. So it in fact sends mixed signals to these baby mamas, these single moms, that they think that they are ranked the same in the dating marketplace because their rate of dudes attempting hasn't gone down.
There's so much more to why people don't want to date single moms. The fucking baggage, the mental baggage, the emotional, physical, financial, like there's so much fucking baggage.
This is refreshing.
A lot of single moms come from fucked up, mentally, emotionally draining, traumatic relationships and aren't healed. And that in itself is baggage. Is baggage. Trauma is baggage. All that stuff, trust issues, being cheated on, it's baggage. It's baggage. And a lot of us don't take the time to heal.
Your baggage, your trauma is the antithesis of being able to go along. And not even just that, but think of the added financial hurdles. Think of the fact that she's prioritizing her children, which is great for the children, which is what I think that she should be doing. But you will remain second fiddle in that relationship, or third or fourth, depending upon how many kids that she's got.
When I got with my man, I used to tell him all the time, are you sure? Are you sure you want to date a single mom? I got 2 baby daddies, one weird one, one psychotic one. I'm good. Like, I don't need your money. I pay my own bills, whatever the case may be. I take care of my kids, all that. I got my own career. I got my own education. But are you sure? And for the first 6 months, I would always ask him, are you sure? Are you sure? We're 2 years in now. I'm pretty sure he's sure at this point. But you know what I'm saying? Like, even I, as a single mom, always have to think, like, are you sure this is what you want to do? Because even I, not being delusional, but being self-aware, understand that this is a lot. This is a lot for somebody. Like, this is a lot for me. And it's my situation and I'm going through it. So imagine.
Okay, here's a scenario. So your husband walks in. What is the first thing that he sees and what is the first thing that you do?
I'm looking good and I ask him, what are we eating tonight?
You don't have food on the table?
Oh no, but we're going out to eat.
Wait, you don't have food? You didn't cook? You were home all day. Remember, you're a stay-at-home wife. He's working for you.
I look good. He looks at me, I look good, and then we go out to eat.
What?
Whatever he wants, because he has money. We can just buy food. What's the problem?
No, wait, you don't actually think like that, do you?
I'm so serious. What's the problem? That's why they have restaurants, right?
Wait, your job is to stay home. He is giving you that privilege, that lifestyle of being at home with no job, and your job is to cook.
He wanted me to stay home and I said okay. But if I wanted to work, I could work. I can make money too. I just don't because he doesn't want me to.
Okay, so do you spoil him? What gifts do you give him?
He gets me. I keep trying to tell you. I look good.
What do you give him though? Your money, the money that you have. Like, what do you spend
His money is our money. My money is my money.
Stop. So you have a son, right? He doesn't make 100K by the time he's 25.
He better.
That's what you're
I'm
gonna
his
tell him?
mom. He's going to make 100K by the time he's 25. I'm his mom.
But you're going to tell him that?
I'm going to make sure of it.
So, but if he doesn't make 100K, he's what, like worthless or something?
Absolutely not. He's my son.
But so then someone else's son that you're trying to date doesn't make 100K, so he's worthless.
To me, sure.
Wait, you cannot be a mom. You're not ready.
He will meet someone that will love him. But for me and my ones, I don't want someone who makes under 100K. That's just what it is. So my son would learn that he has to level up if he wants a woman like me.
So you think you deserve like everything and you don't give anything? You deserve it all. You're just Miss Little Perfect. You deserve everything. You don't need to cook. You don't need to clean. You don't need to like take care of his needs. Give it to him whenever he wants.
It's a privilege for my husband to be married to him.
You're not gonna.
That's
give it to
what
him.
he got.
You're not gonna give it to him whenever he wants.
Not whenever he wants. I'll give it to him, but not whenever he wants.
It needs to be whenever he wants. It needs
He
to be
got
whenever.
me. I am the prize. I am his beautiful trophy wife, and that's all he ever needed.
No. See, if it were
we can
me-
hire cleaners. We can get restaurant. We can go to the restaurant to eat. We don't need anything else.
Wait, no. If it were me, he can get it whenever.
That's good for you, babes. But are you going on trips?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yo, if she could, she would.
I want you to watch this video and you let me know how you feel about it.
Because I'm in love with you, baby. I love you.
My friend, buddy, this is all out of love. Any woman that drools over another man like that, even if it's an artist, it doesn't matter. If she could, she would. Okay. If it was the other way around, him going to a Rosalina concert, going crazy, sweating over her like that, yeah, the comments wouldn't be very supportive.
Facts.
And it's not about being insecure. No. It's just having self-respect. How's my partner gonna drool over another female like that? Even if it's an artist. At the end of the day, they're still human. I don't care if it's an artist. It's self-respect. We have normalized that type of behavior just because it's an artist. We idolize these people like they're like this type of goddess, and when they're just another human being. And yeah, maybe it's just, a fan, right? But we all know that if a female goes crazy over a male like that, if she could, she would.
Where's she wrong? Like, where's she wrong? You see, there are a lot of smart females in the world. You just haven't found one yet. But she right. Imagine your girl drooling, going crazy at a concert over a dude. It just goes to show if they were close and homie was like, yo, you want to get on stage or try to reach out? Yo, she gone. She in her mind, this is my chance. This is it, yo. And that's how it is. Yo, as a normal dude, you are able to get your shorty to drool over you the way most chicks drool over concert dudes. It is possible. Literally. Be charismatic, confident, and hit the gym. Literally. Get your body right, have some confidence, and yo, a shorty will drool over you like that. If you get your game to that point, you will have that same reaction. If you don't got that reaction from your shorty, she ain't the one and you ain't doing your job. But for real, if a dude was doing this to some, maybe got some Nicki fans or whoever, some dudes that like that and going crazy over some shorty, over some superstar actress chick just going crazy, then yo, it would be looked at differently. Because the whole point is, yo, if she could, she would. The Chris Brown, we talk about it. If those chicks are taking pics with Chris Brown for whatever thousands of dollars they paying, and Chris was like, yo, you want to head to the back real quick? 99% of them chicks is out, especially if they idolize Chris. That's what I'm saying. And it's not insecure. It's preferences. I prefer for my chick to want me more than she wants some artist or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not insecure. It's just the way it is. Since it's a woman, it's like, yo, chill, man. She's just having fun. Nah, B, have fun with me. We're not doing none of that. So this chick is completely right. I think this process is fire. Homie in the video, he'll learn the hard way, but they look like a young couple, so he got nothing but time to learn. Fellas, get your body right, get your mind right, and get you some.
Men believe that women are secretly competing for their attention. This is a coping mechanism. Male attention is low value and relentless. Before we go out, we talk cues, we talk exits, we plan interruptions. There's a look that women exchange when something feels off. A man could never be privy to this, as he would have to admit that he was an aggressor, that he was unwanted. Even the so-called fridge would want this interaction. It would be unintelligent to assume that she was jealous for intervening on a dangerous situation. This may not be reflected in your Wattpad fantasy, but this is female solidarity.
Women get to evade consequence. Women get to throw stones and hide their hand and then point the finger at men for everything. Women do not want to be held accountable. See, now this ain't never been me. Cause see, I'm ex-military. So this accountability thing, this ain't never been no issue for me. I didn't realize it was really this big of an issue for women. But women do. Throw stones and hide their hand. And they get to evade consequence by blaming it on men.
3 things that women want in men. I interviewed 100 masculine men. I asked them, what are you looking for in a woman? What makes you approach? What makes you commit? And everything in between. If you want the report, I'll send it to you. Just type report into the comments and I'll send it to you in a DM. The top 3 things are: number 3, this is what men perceive women want from men. Emotional connection. Number 2, compatibility. Number 3, loyalty. My question to you ladies, so I can make another video on it, is what are the top things that you actually want? This is what men perceive that you want: emotional connection, compatibility, and loyalty. What do you actually want in a man? Type it in the comments below and follow for more.
Very insecure men are attracted the most to unhealthy, toxic relationships because their deepest desire is the approval of their authentic self. Because they are insecure, they need to source that validation externally. So they seek out women who make them work for it. Logically, they know the relationship's not good for them. They know they deserve better, and they constantly question why they are still there. But the addiction to earning something that doesn't feel possible or achievable is much more tantalizing than getting with someone who gives them love freely.
And once again, just listening to the woman talk about, as a former single mom with 2 kids, I can understand, because I think she was a single mom and she had somebody come in and marry her. And she was saying, I understand it. I get it. There's so much baggage. There's so much stuff that's going on. And it goes right back to what we've been talking about with the conversation of the man, kind of saying, well, I feel like, he might be avoidant. And he said, man, I got so much going on with work, and this and that. That'll be your time to step in and say, no. I can help with that. Because a man is automatically, y'all talking about y'all strong and independent, don't need no man. That's y'all pretending. That's y'all playing a role and acting. Men really have to live that life. No, I have to take it from my family, because honestly and truly, at the end of the day, once again, the buck stops with the man. So the man has to take 90. He has to be prepared, honestly, to take 100%. I don't think in a lot of situations he has to take the full 100%, but he has to be ready to reasonably, without any help, I'd say without any help, reasonably take about 80% bare minimum. You got to take 80% of it, whatever it is. We're usually looking for a man to take about 90 to 95% of everything. That whatever you need for the family, cooking, cleaning, working, it doesn't matter. Anything that comes out of your mouth that a man can physically do, he can technically physically do, he's got to do it. If you could get pregnant, they would want a man to get pregnant and take care of that too, right? And so she's saying, I understand what goes along with being a single mother. I understand these men. So if she's getting married, she's probably saying, with that attitude, I can help you with this, and this. No. You don't have to do it by yourself. I can do that for you. I can help you. And that's what men are looking for. Help. If you hear him talking about, no, I can help you. And that's what's going to make you an asset to that man. But a lot of modern women, they don't want to be an asset. They don't want to be a burden, but they don't care if they're a burden. They don't care if they're an inconvenience. They believe, well, I'm special, I'm unique, so I am an inconvenience. And you should want to, because I am so special and unique, you should want that inconvenience in your life. Be a man and step up and take care of this inconvenience.